Today, we're going to tell you the story of a couple who set out for a romantic weekend in a forbidden forest, only for their plans to go hilariously sideways thanks to an uninvited guest, a giant black bear that decides they are on the menu. The story kicks off with Alex and Jen, a cheerful couple driving down a country road toward a place called Bigfoot Lake, famed for its breathtaking waterfalls and crystal clear waters. Alex confidently assures Jen that he knows the area like the back of his hand, having been there before. But when they arrive at the ranger station, the officer informs them that Bigfoot Lake is temporarily closed. Naturally, Alex waves off the warning because, come on, how can he not show this perfect spot to his beautiful girlfriend? After gathering their gear, Alex notices Jen glued to her phone, scrolling away. He tells her to unplug and enjoy the moment, prompting her to tuck it into the side pocket of her backpack, an action that, spoiler alert, she'll regret later. They hop into a canoe and paddle their way to the lake, but not without incident. Alex manages to drop the canoe on his foot. Like the tough guy he is, though, he pretends it doesn't hurt. As they set out into the wilderness, Jen pulls out a bear spray she brought along just in case, which Alex laughs off. "We're not gonna need that," he says. Jen wisely ignores him. Hours later, they set up camp by a river, and because it's a rom-com cliche in the making, decide to skinny dip. Completely unaware they're being watched from a distance, they emerge from the water to find no disaster yet. But when Alex goes off to collect firewood, he returns to find Jen chatting with a stranger, a rugged guy named Brad, who looks like he just walked out of a survivalist magazine. Jen cheerily announces that Brad has agreed to stay the night with them. Apparently, he's caught a bunch of fish and wants to grill them for dinner. Alex, understandably skeptical, drags Jen into their tent for a quick "WTF were you thinking" moment. Jen brushes off his concerns, saying Brad is harmless. Hearing the tension, Brad offers to leave, but Alex, trying to play it cool, apologizes and insists he stay. At dinner, they gather around the campfire, enjoying grilled fish and good conversation, until Brad's behavior takes a turn. He suddenly stands, urinates under a tree, as you do, and suggests Alex take Jen to the waterfall for a romantic moment. Alex awkwardly agrees, but before Brad leaves for good, he picks up Jen's bikini bottom, left over from the swim, and hands it to her with a smirk before disappearing into the darkness. Creepy? Much? The next day, Alex and Jen hike deeper into the forest. Alex spots fresh bear tracks but decides not to tell Jen, fearing she'll freak out. When they reach a fork in the trail, Alex confidently chooses the narrower path. Jen hesitates but follows his lead. As night falls, Alex disinfects the wound on his foot, finally admitting it's been bothering him, then hangs his bloody sock on a branch to dry. Big mistake. They wake up to the sound of something crashing through the forest, knocking over trees. Alex brushes it off, but Jen is visibly spooked. Later, they stumble upon the half-eaten carcass of a deer, but Alex convinces Jen to keep going. Things hit a breaking point when Jen discovers Alex secretly removed her phone from her backpack and left it in the car, wanting them to have a peaceful trip. Furious, she yells, "You've got us lost in the middle of nowhere." Alex, emotional, confesses that he planned to propose by the lake. Romantic, but now they're stuck, so they set up camp again. During the night, a massive black bear shows up. It sniffs around their camp but doesn't attack yet. The next morning, while Alex and Jen are searching for food, the bear returns. This time, it's not messing around. Alex tries to shield Jen, but the bear mauls him, biting his hand and leg. Jen finally finds her bear spray and drives the beast away, but it's too late. The bear comes back, drags Alex out of the tent, and, well, let's just say Alex doesn't make it. Distraught but determined, Jen takes the engagement ring Alex had planned to give her, slides it onto her finger, and climbs a tree to hide for the night. At dawn, she hears a helicopter but can't flag it down. While limping through the forest, having injured her leg jumping off a cliff, she spots a deer and, miraculously, stumbles upon their canoe. In the final scene, we see Jen paddling back to safety. Exhausted and broken, she collapses at the ranger station, where none other than Brad and a group of tourists find her. Because, of course, it's Brad. Moral of the story? Love is beautiful, but next time, stick to a hotel.